Hi everyone, this is Anson Porter. Welcome to Timeless Gamer, and we're talking today about the Nintendo 3DS. It is a wonderful handheld system, and my first experience was in 2011 when my cousin asked me to help her out beat Kingdom Hearts bosses. Well, there were technically just DS games, not 3DS, but that was my first experience of the handheld console. I enjoyed it a lot and decided to save up, so I bought one in around 2015, which was late in its lifespan. I own a 3DS XL, and it's a bigger console and bigger screen than the regular 3DS. It is better to hold for adults because it's bigger, yeah. What I have are a few games, considering Nintendo games are a bit expensive, even more so here in the Philippines relatively. I'm not sure if you could see the picture over there, but my games are just Pokemon Alpha Sapphire, Moon, Donkey Kong Returns 3D, Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, Mario and Luigi Dream Team, Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, and Ever Oasis. I also have a couple of 3DS digital purchases like Resident Evil Revelations, Mercenaries, Super Street Fighter 4 3D Edition, Ironfall Invasion, Kirby's Blowout Blast, Sakura Samurai Art of the Sword, and Pushmo. So moving on to my favorite games. First is Ever Oasis. So before the Nintendo eShop closed, I was looking up what games I should buy before hopefully scalpers don't, increase the price of their sales. So while the eShop was still open, I tried to look up games I could buy. And I saw Ever Oasis as one of the recommendations. Fortunately, there was a demo version that I got to download before the eShop closed. I enjoyed it a lot, so I decided to buy a physical copy. It is an action RPG released in 2016 and developed by Grezzo. It is directed and produced by Koichi Ishii, creator of the Chocobo and Moogle, as well as the Mana series at Square Enix. It is an overlooked RPG as it was released near the end of 3DS's lifespan. So you play as the main character Tetu or Teti, and you create an oasis with the help of Esna, a water spirit. This is after the older brother of your main character is kidnapped, and his oasis gets taken over by creatures taken over by chaos. So chaos is like an evil energy that is the opposite of the good in this world. So you grow your oasis as visitors look for refuge and become residents in your oasis. Then those residents build shops, you get supplies for them by foraging, mining, fighting monsters, etc. You explore the map and advance by solving puzzles with the help of your residents, who have different skill sets that work on different areas. You can synthesize items and weapons. It has a nice story. The game is cute, but some might not get into it because of that. The game's rating is ESRB 10+, and PEGI 7. So the game is good for everyone. It might not be for players looking for a real challenge though. But overall, it's a very nice, feel-good gameplay. I would say that playing this game for a few hours, I found that there are good lessons for children, or adults even, because there's a sense of community here. You are helpful and you're kind to people in need in this game, considering you are the chief of the oasis. There's like a master greeter achievement because in your oasis you have visitors and there are like penguin owl creatures called newts, so you greet everyone if you like, and this results in the master greeter achievement. I actually find that really nice because as an adult in the working environment, it's like a good feeling to greet your coworkers, even if they are from different departments. It's a good social, social skill that you can learn here, and you can apply in real life even as an adult. And then also this game can use the 3D function. So that's a very quick overview of Ever Oasis and what I could say about it. My second game that I love on the 3DS is Pocket Card Jockey. It is a card-based game developed by Game Freak. Yes, Game Freak as in the makers of Pokemon. It was released in 2013 on the 3DS, and it used to be available in iOS and Android, but just in Japan. Unfortunately, it shut down in December 2015. So in this game, you are the jockey. The male jockey wants to one day take over his father's orange farm, while the female jockey wants to one day get married and have kids. So you have a choice between the two. So the beginning of the story or the game is that the jockey loses their first round and gets trampled, gets into an accident, leading to an angel descending on them to give them encouragement and teach them how to view horse racing as a game of solitaire. So, that's kind of odd but creative. I cannot really describe it because the experience, you can only understand it if you have the experience of the game. So, going to gameplay, you are playing solitaire actually. So, you have to play like 2 to 5 times of solitaire rounds per race, depending on the track length. Along the way, you get power-ups that help you grow your horses and win races. Every perfect solitaire means that there is no stamina loss for your horse. Imperfect solitaire means stamina loss, and that is a huge thing in this game. And if you lose a huge lot of stamina, then you can lose control of your horse, and it will be a definite loss. So, like every Oasis, I was looking for games to buy before the eShop closed, and this one is digital. This was recommended by many people online, and I really don't like card games, but reviews said the game is really good and addicting. True enough, it is addictive, and there's so much replayability. I think I enjoyed this game because, speaking retro here, I played Solitaire a lot since the good old Windows 3.1. The one with the fishes, the palm tree, the robot. Only people our age could remember, those old deck designs of the Windows 3.1 Solitaire. So in this game, the horses are cute with a variety of designs. Horses retire gradually, so you send them to breed. And when your horses have grown so much because you've played good solitaire games, they can make strong offsprings. Sometimes the games are actually down to luck. And even if you are skilled in trying to solve the solitaire rounds, sometimes you just, it's down to luck sometimes. Because you cannot use your deck and your cards, of course. But in this game you cannot use the 3D function, fortunately, because this is a 2D game. Okay, so not sure why the 3DS wasn't as successful as the DS. In my opinion, maybe the 3D function isn't everyone's cup of tea that they had to make a Nintendo 2DS later. I think like looking at the 3D games feels like, those 3D pictures where you have to cross your eyes to look and see the hidden images, 3D images. It's not quite comfortable. It's a cool function because you can see depth in the game, but I'm not sure, maybe it can cause eye strain. Personally, I enjoyed the 3D function in a short span of time, but long term, I turn it off. But still, it's nice to see the 3D function working when the games allow. Also, unlike its predecessor, the 3DS doesn't have the GBA or Game Boy Advance backwards compatibility because it doesn't have that slot. Also, the sound or the speaker is quite weaker than the DS2. I find it really annoying how the sound is too low, even if it's full volume. And I'm talking about the speaker. I don't want to use headphones or earphones when I'm playing at home. So the weak speaker is really not good for me. And also, there's the region coding, which limits games one could play. There are some Japan-only releases that makes it inaccessible to Western players because of that. So that's also another negative of the 3DS.